Hi guys, welcome back. Well, unbeknownst to you, this is take 2. My first one, I have no idea what happened. Finished recording, hit the stop button, and then I hit upload, but I hadn't noticed that the file, normally you get a picture that pops up, don't you? Like the thumbnail for YouTube or whatever you want to call it. Well, instead of a picture, I had these 3 dots, which normally means the file's corrupt or something silly. Anyway, I hadn't noticed and I clicked upload, and then when I looked at it, I noticed, and the video's just not there, so take 2. Let's see if we can get this one right. It's not the first time it's done that to me. It's done that to me a couple of times now, but it's just frustrating. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm back on my good old faithful Rose Angel because I finished my Victoria's Moon, as you guys saw. So this one has just been sitting on the back of my dining table, covered, to stop all cat hair and dust and whatever getting on it. And rather than, when I finish my Victoria's Moon, pulling all this one out, just to work on, you know, not on camera and by myself and whatever, I was doing my DAC, Arms of the Angel. I'm about 3/4 of the way through that now. But that is, it's not my first DAC, but it is my first DAC square. And it'll be finished in no time because I'm like 3/4 of the way through now. But it's an ideal little one between the big ones, and I didn't want to have to work all this one out yesterday, so I worked on that one instead during Rosie Posey's live. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Well, my week, Tyler stayed at Kelly's on Friday, and I got a phone call Saturday morning from Jake saying Tyler's on his way home, he's got a headache, he's not feeling too well. Okay, so when he come home, bless him, he was upset. He says, I just don't feel right. He says, I feel dizzy when I stand up, I have a headache, and he started with a cough. Well, he hasn't been sick, but he has got this really horrendous cough that is sitting on his chest, and he says every time he coughs it hurts his chest. And then he's had no sickness, but he has had the other end. So he's been off school yesterday and today. Bearing in mind it's Tuesday when I record this. It's a good job I did, being as it's messed up. And you guys will be watching it tomorrow, which is today to you. Whatever. Hopefully this one loads. But I then went to my Christmas cake decorating course at Ellie and Riley's school yesterday afternoon. And they always join us for like the last 45 minutes of the session. And we got to make some more cake toppers, which we're then going to put on the fairy cakes, which we make for next week. But when Riley came in, I knew instantly he wasn't right. And he said, I've got a headache, and I'm just, oh my God, it's going to go around all my kids now. I don't need to be ill. Because when I'm ill, you know, you still have to get on with it, don't you, being a parent? You haven't got time to be ill. But gave him some headache medicine when we got home. That cleared. He has got a little bit of a temperature, but nothing. He's just got a little bit of a cough, and I mean a little bit of a cough. So he's gone to school, but Tyler hasn't, because he's not allowed when you've got that coming from behind. 9:02. I think it has to be 48 hours from the last episode before he can go back. Pick one up. Pick it up. You only want one, don't you? Come on. It won't work unless I change my wax. Oh, goodness. Let's try and get one on the side. Apparently that's not going to work either. Right, we'll grab one. Put it on there. Thank you. Now I've probably lost where it was. There it is. So yeah. So Tyler will probably be off tomorrow as well. But we kind of used him while he was off. We put the Christmas decorations up this morning. And he is the one who climbs the little step ladders and gets into the corners that we can't reach. So, he's been useful. Doesn't mean I'm any more ready for Christmas than I was a week ago. It's just been one of them years, I think. I think a lot of people I know will be glad to see the back of this one. But onwards and upwards. Can't dwell on things. It doesn't do you any good. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I'd said about starting a flash tube session on my channel. I've got one pattern. I have another one that I really want to get, which I think I already told you about. It's another Heaven and Earth design anyway. I do love Heaven and Earth designs, they're amazing. So I've got to buy that chart and then I've got to start getting all the materials ready. And then I am hoping, fingers crossed, that it pans out that way and I can afford to get everything I need. In the new year, I will start the flash tube session. Just adds a bit more content to the channel as well, rather than just you sitting watching me doing a diamond painting once a week. Because that's got to get boring, right? Anyway, talking of Heaven and Earth designs, I bought this special little folder. It's not a hard-backed one, not a standard folder as you'd think. It's like a flexi one. You open it and there's like 40 poly pockets stuck inside. Well, I bought one of them for all of my Heaven and Earth designs, or 3 of them now. Anyway, I was loading in the first one, which is the new one I've just purchased, which I'm going to cross stitch, which is the Hannah Lynn image. And then I've got the other one which I'm going to diamond paint, which is the cat on the bubble. And then I've got the one I did for Ellie. It helps if there's a diamond on it. The cross stitch I did for Ellie, which I bought 9 years ago. Anyway, I was loading Ellie's in after I'd loaded all the others. Now I've loaded them 2 sheets to 1 poly pocket and I've put them back to back so that on one side you can see the pattern, turn it over and you can see the next sheet. And that's what I've done with all of them. Anyway, I finished loading Ellie's in and I happened to notice in the corners on a Heaven and Earth it says page 1. Then over here it'll say, page 2, because you know that's what comes next. That's what it's there for. And when I loaded in the last page, I noticed in the corner it said page 20. I haven't got a page 20. So not only had I not got the front cover with the picture on it, which I already knew about, but I was also missing page 20. Now, you can't stitch it again or diamond paint it or do anything with it without that last sheet. So I was angry at myself really, because obviously when I kitted down, should I say, the cross stitch when I finished Ellie's, I was binning some of the sheets because I like to go and get them enlarged so I can see the symbols really clearly. So in the process of throwing out my photocopied sheets, which were like an A3 size, I must have thrown away the cover sheet and the last pattern sheet. Well, the charts on their own, they cost $19, which is £15 and some odd pence. The one I bought as a kit from Colray Crafts, not direct from Heaven and Earth. And it was like 65-70 quid this pattern was. Well, kit. So I went to the Heaven and Earth Design website. There's no point me going back to Colray Crafts, is there really? Because they only sell kits. So I found the contact me button at the bottom and I sent an email. Just kind of, I know this is a long shot, but 9 years ago I bought this kit. Pretty in pink from Colray Crafts. But somehow I've lost the cover sheet and page 20, which is the last sheet. I really don't want to bin the pattern just for the sake of missing 2 sheets. But I don't want to have to buy it again either. I was just dropping you an email just to see if there's anything you can do, because, you know, I've paid for it. I wanted to keep it because you never know. Anyway, within 10-15 minutes, she emailed me back. It was Michelle Sayetta, the one who charts them all. She's the CEO, so it said on her email. She said, yeah, no worries. Which designer is it from? Because we've got a few under different designers with that same title. So I said Selena Fenech, and then I did say to her, which I said in the original email I sent her, I have got the pattern and I can prove to you I've got the pattern if you need me to, and I can prove I've got the cross stitch that I did from it. She obviously trusted me at face value. Oh, she just trusted my email because she never asked to see them. And within 2 minutes or 3 minutes of me sending who the artist is, she sent me the whole pattern again. Bless her, I only needed the cover and the very last sheet, but she sent me it all again. So I now have Ellie's complete pattern, which I'm so glad about. Yeah, I've got another one to buy from them, which I want to start in the new year alongside the first one. And then I happen to notice as well on Heaven and Earth Designs website, there's a little tab called free designs or free patterns or something like that anyway. So I went and had a look. One of Hannah Lindsay's on there. So I downloaded it. Now, if any of you lot have got kids that are sort of similar ages to mine, when mine, especially Ellie, sit by me, they're kind of nosy-in, shall we say, at what I'm doing on my phone. They're terrible for it. Anyway, she saw this picture and she saw I was downloading it. She said, what's that? I said, it's a Heaven and Earth design. She went, is that a cross stitch? I said, yeah, it's a free one. I said, on their website, so I've downloaded it. She went, can I have it? I went, it's a cross stitch. She said, I know. I said, are you going to do it? She said, no, you are. Right, okay, I haven't even done Riley one yet. You've already got one, young lady. She's like, yeah, that's all right. Look, I know I love cross stitch, but I can't do all of them for you, Ellie. She just looks at me with that grin. You know, that grin that says, yeah, you can. So that might be another one I start sort of a little bit further down the line. But Riley, he hasn't really looked in depth at Heaven and Earth Design, but he happened to spot a dragon with a snowflake and he was dead keen for that one, but I think I need to take him through the site and have a better look, because there might be, because that's just, I don't know, it just strikes me as just a winter one, you know. I want something that they all can keep, you know, it's not just a seasonal thing. It makes sense in my head anyway. You lot might not agree with me, but ultimately it's up to Riley. Tyler, he's like, nah, I don't want one, it's alright. He's got his blanket from me anyway, so I'm like, it doesn't have to be a heaven and earth design. I can stitch you maybe a Deadpool, or... And he went, no, it's alright. It's 14 now, that's it. He's got the teenage attitude, which he's had for quite a while now. No, I'm alright. Alright, then I'll just pick some more for me to do. For me. Because I never ever seem to do anything for me. It is always for someone else. Oh, I've dropped it. And it's beginning to drive me nuts. Because there's so many things I want for me. You know. Slid you too far. So... That's why I picked the Hannah Lynn one, because I really like that one. And then I'm gonna the other ones for me as well, the Once Upon a Fairy Tale, it looks amazing. Oops. And it's huge too. It'll be the biggest one I've worked on so far, which I might have told you in my last video. Do you know what? I forget what comes out of my mouth sometimes. As soon as I go to bed, it's gone. I forget. But then only when I'm saying it do I kind of think, I think I've said that before. So, anyway. So hopefully, New Year, I will have everything I need. I've already been looking at even weave or linen, 25 count. But I'm going to go for the easy grid, which means the 10 by 10 squares are already on the fabric, which will help me amazingly, because you wouldn't believe how many fudges is in Alice. And I've worked out for the one I've already paid for, the pattern I've already paid for, it's going to cost me about £10, and it'll be just slightly bigger than I need. Not slightly, but, you know, enough. Oh, nuts. The weather here today, I tell you what. All I can hear is that wind. Nearly took Riley off his feet yesterday, bless him. He might be 8, but he's only little. Get up there. And he's still got his baby face. I'm waiting for him to grow out of his baby face. It's weird working on an easel again. Seriously. Get in. Is that in? Yeah. And because it's so windy and grey, it's lighting is awful. So I kind of have to look twice when I've placed one. I can't wait for this one to be finished. I don't think I'll go this big again. It's been a challenge, but Yeah, not quite so big next time. Cross stitch I can handle when it's big, you know. The kids have got their Christmas play this week. I look forward to the Christmas play, but I don't, because Ellie and Riley's school, they do an evening performance, and even if you're not going to watch it on the evening, because you have to buy tickets, you still have to get them to the school and pick them back up again afterwards. So it's like they have to be back in school for 6 o'clock, I think, and then it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock before you get to pick them back up, and that's already late for bed for my two. They like their sleep, so and because Ali's in her last year at that school, her year get the leading parts in the Christmas play because it's their last Christmas play. So Ellie's got a speaking part. And I've heard nothing but the Christmas songs they're singing in the play. Ellie and Riley, they just walk around the house singing them. That's all they've done all weekend. There'll be no surprise when it comes to the Christmas play because I'll already know them all. But their Christmas plays are always great. All the teachers have a part as well. It's not just about the kids, the teachers get involved. It's pretty good. It's £2 a ticket. And there's 3 performances and you're only allowed 2 tickets, not to every performance, in total. And then if there's any spares, they let people have extra if they request them. But I have to go to the afternoon performance, otherwise I'd have to buy Tyler a ticket as well for the evening one. They do one first thing in the morning and I'm just, no, I need to go home and have a coffee. You know, when I take this off here, I'm going to find so many diamonds just sitting down the bottom of my easel. It's going to be funny. I think this afternoon, well, not even this afternoon, it's like 2:10 now. When the kids come home, I think I'm going to do some blanket. Because I keep putting it off. Because the rows, they're 300 stitches on a row. Because it's going to be a double blanket for a double bed. And I'm just, oh my goodness. To do one row, it takes a while. And then the colour changing. At the moment that's not too bad, but I know how bad the pattern gets later on, and I'm really not looking forward to the millions of colour changes. I know that's a slight exaggeration, but feels like a million when you're doing them, so I'm not looking forward to it, but it'll be awesome when it's done. thought of it now. For whatever reason, Ellie, the last day or so, has been asking really random questions and like watching YouTube videos. And she said to me the other day, when you pull up to a junction and you're turning right, now bearing in mind we drive on the left here in the UK, and you're pulling up to a junction to turn right, why do you have to look left? Well, just see if there's any cars coming, because you need to know when you can fit yourself in, kind of thing. And then you've got to look right as well, because you've got to cross their flow of traffic to get to your side. She frowned at me and went, yeah, no, I'm still confused. I thought I'd explained it pretty well, to be fair. But I'm like, but you're years away from that yet. Why are you even worried about it? No reason, she says. And then later on, she's on YouTube. She's taking notes. And then she says to me, what's a gear shift? I said to Ellie, are you watching an American video? She said, I don't know. I said, I think you are. She said, how do you know? I said, because we call it a gear stick. Different terminology. She went, oh, okay then. She said, what's a clutch for? I'm like, you don't even need to be worrying about any of this for like another 6 years. She's 11 already and I can't believe it. Oh, my belly. I beg your pardon. My belly's making some right weird noises. Anyway, I said to her, you don't even need to be worrying about any of this. She said, yeah, but what's a clutch? I said, you press that to change gear, otherwise you can't move the gear stick. Okay, she said, what's the accelerator? Well, without the accelerator, you're not going anywhere. You have to press that to go. Okay, she says, why the brake then? Because if you're not pressing the accelerator, you're not going anywhere. Yes. Well, when you've been pressing the accelerator for quite a while and you're going at some speed, you're coming up to a junction, taking your foot off the accelerator isn't enough on its own to stop you before you crash or you hit someone else. Oh, that was a response? Oh. But like, you don't even need to be worrying about this. You've just turned 11. Yeah, November and December for us in our house is hilarious. When Reese lived here, there was 4 of us with our birthdays in November and December. 2 in November, 2 in December. So that time of year is not good for me. Tyler comes first, beginning of November. Then me at the end of November. Then Ellie 3 days later in December. And then my eldest one 5 days before Christmas. He has his, so yeah, it's been fun every year near Christmas. It's an expensive time in my house. Yeah, they're all growing up and they're growing up way too fast. I just want a pause button just for a little while. You know, who says it has to go as fast as it does? I didn't. Before I know it, I'll be a grandparent. And that'll be shocking. That one isn't in. Sorry guys if I caught you. Me and Kelly did our usual get together on Thursday, last Thursday. But her drills still haven't arrived for a Heaven and Earth design diamond painting. So I said, how about you come to mine for a change and we'll crack on with my Victoria's Moon. She went, but that's your painting. Yeah, but excuse me. It was only a freebie and you know, I just want it out of the way now. So she came to mine and I tell you what, her hands were smoking. She said, can you tell I've missed diamond painting? Not half. Oh my goodness, did she lay drills like a boss. I think that's why I got it finished so quick. Because last week I still had the one section to finish and then the last section to start. So on Thursday I was finishing the old section and she started the new one. Wow. Yeah, just wow. She was so fast. I think by the time she left on Thursday, we were halfway through the last section because I finished off my section and then joined her on the last one. So yeah, without Kelly I wouldn't have got it finished as fast as I have done. And it was good for her, she's missed it. I don't know if the drills have arrived today. I know I got a text message off her yesterday saying, no drills today, postman's just been. Hopefully they arrive for her soon because I know she's bored and fed up and she really doesn't want to start a new blanket even though she wants to. Sort of something happened to her uncle's. He lives in some kind of sheltered accommodation, like home that looks after him, and I think she said a fire started and everything went up in smoke, including his blanket, so she wants to make him a new one. So I've got a Charter Star Wars one for her, but she's still not looking forward to doing it anyway, so I hope her drills arrive soon. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys much longer because it's 32 minutes and it's just easier, isn't it, if it's only half an hour. Everyone's got a bit more time to fit an half an hour video in. I know I do. So, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Hope you have just as an amazing weekend when it comes around. Any comments or questions, you know the drill, leave them down below. I've just found another E, how naughty. Let me just pop that one in and then I'll let you guys go. Because if I don't put it in now, I'll forget. There it is. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.